What's going on, everybody? What's happening? This your girl Tiffany coming through here live in effect. And today I want to talk about the whole attack on single motherhood. And I think this needs to be addressed for multiple reasons. Because all the time there's too many people that attack single mothers. Right? Now, it's one thing to give criticism when it comes down to the fact that you hold women accountable for certain type of behavior or weaponizing their children against their fathers. It's one thing. But we got to go a little bit deeper as to why there are so many single mothers in our community. There's multiple factors, okay? And it ain't always the case of a woman attacking a man or kicking him out of the kid's life. What people fail to look at, there are men who walk out on their children and don't want to have anything to do with them. There's men who will disown their children and not claim them. And what about the fact that women go through abusive relationship and the only way they can get away from the man is to leave him and to protect themselves and their children from harm? Or what about the fact that you got men that are incarcerated, men that are dead, or there are fathers who are out there strung out on drugs? I think people fail to look at those factors as well. See, it's not just the fact that a woman antagonizes a man so much to where he don't be around his kids. And this whole thing about people promoting single motherhood, how is that possible? I mean, I don't understand the whole concept of people making a claim that women are promoting single parenthood. And what ways they doing that? I don't think somebody's going around parading and say, hey, I am a proud single mother. Why don't you join the bandwagon? I don't see anybody doing that. Now, somebody might say that I am a single parent and I'm raising my children on my own. But I don't think anybody putting up a promotion or advertisement saying that I'm a single mother and I'm proud of it. No. Because being a single parent is not really something to be proud about. Okay? And to me, I see a lot of this criticism, especially those that's from the Nation of Islam. And I'm going to talk about the Nation of Islam for a moment. And no disrespect to them. I love them. I really do. I love them. But especially the sisters in the nation, they the main ones attacking black women who are single parents. Well, this is not a good thing. You having children outside of wedlock, and not only you having kids outside of wedlock, but you also you also you not having a man around. That's not a good thing for the kids. And we can agree on that. The kids need to have their fathers around, okay? Both parents are important. All right, but at times you have to do your part. You have to do what you have to do. You can't force the other person to be a parent when they don't want to be. You cannot force it on them. You can't make them take on their responsibility. You can't make them take on their responsibility. You can't. As much as you want them to be productive parents, you cannot force them to take on their responsibility of taking care of their children. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, you can't force them to take on their responsibility of taking care of their kids. So y'all really expect that these women should go around here chasing these men down to make them take care of their kids? No. At the end of the day, you do what you have to do. You play your part. Okay? It takes two to make a child. It takes two to make a child. But if one parent's not doing the job, the other parent's going to have to do something. The other parent's going to have to do something. The other parent's going to have to uh, play their role and take care of their responsibility. That's what they're going to have to do. It's not easy. So I don't get it with the sisters in the Nation of Islam. You would think that they could be able to relate to a lot of women who are single parents, right? And be able to understand. But it is so much backlash and criticism. And it's like you just tearing down the woman as if it's her fault. Always her fault because she's a single parent. And that is not always the case. So there's multiple things to look at. There's multiple things that you must look at before you try to throw daggers. What's going on? What's causing this woman to be a single parent? What happened? What took place in the relationship? So that way there can be some form of understanding and compassion on both sides. But if you automatically say, black women, we do this, black women, we tear our men down so much and they don't want to be around their family, this, that, and other. How? How you know that is always the case with this woman? It might be a different story for her. It might be the fact that she been abused. It might be the fact that he walked out on her. It might be a fact that he don't want to have anything to do with her kids and don't claim them. It might be the fact that he's dead or somewhere strung out on drugs or locked up. And I'm all for people getting married and having children and whatnot, but everybody don't want to be married. Everybody don't want to be married. Everybody don't want to go through that. Everybody don't want to go through that situation. It's a whole lot that takes place when it comes to marriage. Nobody want to go through that. Okay? There's people who want to be married. There's those who don't want to be married. And that's by your choice. So just because a woman is not married to a man does not make her less of a human being. Does not mean that she's less of a person. And it's really sad because that tends to be the case. Oh, enough black men and women are not married. We would like to see more and more black people get married, but guess what? That's not always the reality. And there's multiple reasons why people don't get married. There's multiple reasons why. And just because somebody is married does not mean they are a union. I'm going to say that again. Just because somebody is married does not mean they are a union. They're not a union. So because you marry somebody and this is supposed to be the love of your life or whatever the case may be, that doesn't mean that it's going to remain that way. Things happen. And what we got to learn as people that nothing lasts forever. So trying to project your ideology of what Elijah Muhammad said, and I'm not even going to go there by Elijah Muhammad. But anyways, trying to project your ideology, especially from a religious standpoint, can be very problematic. It can be very problematic because everybody don't believe in what you believe in. So be careful how we throw daggers at people who are single parent without knowing the cause of it, without understanding what's happening. And I hate to hear this bullshit about where she could have just got her pregnancy terminated. She wouldn't have to worry about being a single parent. That's a bullshit. That's a tap out. So you gonna penalize a woman for being a responsible parent to our child, for taking on that responsibility of being a parent. So you penalize her because she refused to go and terminate her baby. So now she got to receive penalty. That's bullshit to me. And that's very sick. That's fucked up. That's the fucked up way of thinking. And that's how I feel about this. I feel like some people are doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, the attack on single motherhood is too much. Y'all making these women feel like they just less of human. Like, you trying to make them feel bad about themselves or something. And you're not even asking a question as to what happened, why it happened, how it happened. A lot of y'all assume that you know, but you don't know everything that goes on in somebody's relationship. You don't know what goes on in everybody's life. You can't assume everything. You can't assume that, oh, the reason why she's single is because she dogged her man out. Well, let's find out why she dogged her man out. Why she put him out. What happened? That's what we need to find out, instead of just pointing the finger and say, oh, she dogged her man out and she always disrespected him. That's why she a single mother. Cut the bullshit out. That's why I don't stand on a position with Sherzad Ali or Kevin Samuel, because when it comes to attack on women being single parent, they don't address the issue altogether. They don't look at the factors that takes place when it comes to the woman being a single parent. They don't look at all of that. That the first thing they want to say out their damn mouth is that we tear our men down, or the black man's leaving the black woman because the black woman don't want to listen to him, and all this other bullshit, right? But they not looking at, they're not going into the surface, especially Sherzad Ali, because what she uses a lot of confirmation bias. She's very biased, and she's speaking from the standpoint of how the Nation of Islam taught her. And I'm going to say that they use a lot of confirmation bias in the Nation of Islam. I'm going to say it. I mean, it's just very biased as hell. Just to accommodate one party and not really looking at the entire issue. So that's why she was getting attacked the way she did back in the 90s. It wasn't because she was just lying and nobody liked her. It's just because certain information that she was saying was some BS, and she was using confirmation bias. Instead of just actually dealing with the totality, looking at multiple factors that take place and can cause a situation to be what it is. Yeah, but I want to say this. I mean, single parenting, it is very sad. It's very devastating. It's not a very productive thing to look at one parent doing a lot, carrying a load alone and doing a lot of work. It's really not productive, but at the same time, it's there. And what y'all fail to also talk about is, what about a relative stepping up and helping out the mother? You have women who can rely on their family support, who can rely on their uncles, who can rely on their fathers, who can rely on their brothers or their sibling, their brothers, to help them take care of their children. Y'all don't even look at family pitching in and support each other, especially when it comes to a time like this. See, we don't see the concept of extended families. We just looking at the nuclear family, which nuclear family is good, but we also cannot take away the focus of extended family, because once you have those extended families, that plays a major part. That brings about big help, especially to the mother, because she knows that she got some people in her corner that can help her out, whether it be with finances, whether it be babysitting, whether it be whether it be finances, whether it be babysitting, whether it be trying to trying to get some type of guidance, or whatever the case may be. We don't look at multiple things. We don't see that. The first thing we see is, oh, the black father's not around. Oh, this, that, and other. Okay, what about the uncle that stepped up to the plate and act as a father? What about granddaddy? What about the uncle? You know what I'm saying? What about the brothers? What about the males in the family that stepped up and act as a father figure to the children? What about those people? I mean, we gonna dismiss them? We gonna count them out the picture? I mean, we don't count them out. We just gonna throw away the men in our family who have helped out, who have stepped up, who have made sure that the family was taken care of, right? That's what we gonna do. I I'm just asking a question here. I mean, and again, yes, fatherhood is very important, but the father, just like the mother, gotta want to take care of his responsibility. Yeah, he gotta want to take care of his responsibility, but at the same time, if he's not there, then the mother gotta do what she gotta do. What she gonna do? She gonna stop taking care of her kids because he stopped taking care of them? No, she gotta do what she needs to do as a parent until she can find a man that can come along and be a good match for her and be a father figure to her children. And I want to speak on that as well. I hear some of you men out there talking that bullshit about guys being simps because they step in and help raise a woman's kids. I mean, what's up with that? I don't understand. Why he gotta be a simp? If he helping this woman out to raise her children, knowing that her kids need father figure, and he really cares enough about her, he love her enough, and he steps into her life, why he gotta be called a simp? I mean, would you call your stepdaddy a simp for taking care of you when your daddy wasn't around? Would you call your goddaddy a simp for being there acting as a godfather or a father figure to you? I mean, why somebody gotta be a simp because they stepped in and help raise another man's child? Why is that? I don't understand. Please help me to understand the logic here. Why do he have to be a simp if he helped raising somebody else's kids? Because you wouldn't say that about your stepdaddy. You would say your stepdaddy was a father figure to you if you was close with him and you had a good relationship with him. You would say your godfather was a father figure to you if you had a close relationship and you had a strong bond with him. I mean, we have to do better as a people, man. We really have to do better, especially when it comes to our critique. Because if we're going to critique something, we can't just critique those one little issues, right? We got to critique multiple factors that's taking place. We got to critique all things, not just those one issues, not just the one situation, right? We got to look at all the things that plays a part in our community. You can't just put the attack on the black woman, or you can't just put the attack on the black man. You got to look at all the things that's going on with our community and address those problems. Or otherwise, it's going to continue to be a chaos. It's going to continue to be a serious issue, and it's going to get worse every time because all the problems are not being addressed. But that's all I want to say. So anyways, y'all, this your girl Tiffany. And I'm logging off saying peace and power and elevation be to all of you. And you guys have a good one. And also make sure to check out my YouTube channel. All right. Check out my YouTube channel. Just type in my name. So I changed my YouTube name. It's Tiffany89. So check it out. It's Tiffany89. Just look up Tiffany89 and type on to my YouTube channel. Look at all my videos and look at all the information that I post, etc. Whatnot. All right, then. Well, y'all have a good one, okay? And until next time, peace.